Give charity to 3 animals during the month of Ramadan, those that live in the sky, on the earth, and in between. By giving charity to these 3 animals in Ramadan, all issues related to sustenance and wealth will be permanently resolved, and wealth, sustenance, and money will start coming from places you never imagined. Dear brothers and sisters, what are these 3 animals, and how should you give charity to them? We will discuss this in detail in today's video. But before proceeding, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for immense increases in sustenance and wealth. The first animal you should give charity to during Ramadan is the one that lives in the sky, the bird. Islamic history provides numerous incidents regarding birds. When Nimrod ordered Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, to be thrown into the fire, this event was not only known among humans, but also spread among jinn and animals. When a small bird learned that Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, was thrown into the fire, it immediately took action. The bird carried water in its tiny beak and dropped it onto the fire. It kept repeating this act, fetching water from the river and pouring it over the flames. Another bird, watching this, said, "What are you doing? Your beak is so small. How much water can you even carry? The fire is massive. You cannot extinguish it with such a small amount of water." The bird replied, "I know I cannot put out the fire, but if, on the day of judgment, Allah asks me what I did when his prophet was thrown into the fire, I will be able to answer that I did my best and did not hold back." Dear brothers and sisters, remember that Allah is all-powerful. When he says, "Be," it happens. Allah tests his servants to see who stands with the truth and who supports falsehood. Similarly, Baba Farid Gan Shakar also spoke about birds. He was even called the Bird Baba because he loved birds and they gathered around him every morning. He not only talked to birds, but also asked them about different things. Baba Farid stated that all birds sometimes go to sleep hungry, but a sparrow never sleeps hungry. There are 2 reasons for this. The bird has immense faith, tawakkul, in Allah. It believes that if Allah has written life for it today, he has also written its sustenance. Before leaving its nest every morning in search of food, the bird recites Subhanallah. Due to these 2 habits, birds never sleep hungry, unlike other creatures. Baba Farid mentioned that he had seen other birds sleep hungry, but never this one. So, the first way to give charity to birds is by feeding them grain. Some people feed birds small pieces of bread, but many birds do not eat breadcrumbs, as the smell does not reach them quickly. By the time it does, the crumbs have hardened. If you have many birds around, you can feed them small pieces of soft bread. Alternatively, you can feed them millet, bajra, which is inexpensive. Depending on your ability, you can buy millet for 10 rupees, 20 rupees, or however much you can afford. After offering the Fajr prayer, go to your rooftop. First, pour some water and then place the millet in a bowl or scatter it. It is said that when a person starts giving charity to birds, even if it is just water, their sustenance becomes linked to the person and they begin receiving unseen blessings. Dear brothers and sisters, as summer approaches, try to keep water for birds on your rooftop. Even just placing water can bring immense blessings to your sustenance. If you feed birds while reciting Subhanallah, it is an excellent way to attain wealth. The second animal you should give charity to lives between the sky and the earth. It does not fly, nor does it live underground, but it moves on land. This animal is the cat. The Prophet of Allah, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "I have seen a man who worships all night, yet his prayers are not accepted as quickly as a cat's prayer." Dear brothers and sisters, a cat is a predatory animal. It hunts small creatures, birds and insects. However, Islam has given cats a special status. The Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, forbade killing cats. He said, "Never kill a cat. Give charity to 3 creatures during the month of Ramadan. There are 3 creatures that exist between the sky and the earth, and if you give charity to them during the month of Ramadan, all your problems related to wealth and sustenance will be resolved forever. Not only that, but wealth and sustenance will begin to flow toward you from places you never even imagined." Which are these 3 creatures, and how should you give charity to them? Before we proceed with today's detailed discussion on this topic, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. 1. The first creature, the bird. The first creature you should give charity to lives in the sky, that is, birds. In Islamic history, we find many stories about birds. One such story is from the time of Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him. When the tyrant Nimrod ordered that Prophet Ibrahim be thrown into a massive fire, the news of this event spread not only among humans, but also among the jinn and animals. A small bird, upon hearing this news, immediately sprang into action. It carried small amounts of water in its beak from the river and dropped it over the fire repeatedly. Another bird, watching this scene, asked, "What are you doing? Your tiny beak can only carry a small amount of water, while this fire is massive. Your efforts will not make any difference." The bird replied, "I know that my small efforts will not extinguish the fire. But on the day of judgment, when Allah asks me what I did when my prophet was thrown into the fire, I want to be able to say that I tried my best." Dear brothers and sisters, remember that Allah has the power to do anything. He merely says, "Be," and it happens. However, He tests His servants to see who stands firm on the truth and who sides with falsehood. The great Sufi Saint Baba Farid Ganj Shakar was also known for his love for birds. He would often interact with them, even asking them about various matters. He observed that while all birds sometimes go hungry, sparrows never sleep hungry. The reason for this is twofold. 1. Their unwavering faith in Allah. They believe that if Allah has given them life for the day, He has also written their sustenance for that day. 2. They start their day with the remembrance of Allah. Before leaving their nests in the morning, they say, "Subhanallah, glory be to Allah." Thus, birds never sleep hungry. How to give charity to birds? You can do this by feeding them grains such as millet, which is inexpensive. Even if you spend just a small amount, you can afford to feed them. After offering the Fajr prayer, place some water on your rooftop and scatter millet grains. This simple act will count as charity. It is said that when a person begins feeding birds, their own sustenance starts increasing miraculously. Even providing just water for birds in the summer can lead to immense blessings in wealth and sustenance. 2. The second creature, the cat. The second creature that you should give charity to is a cat, which does not fly but also does not live underground. It walks on the earth. Prophet Sulaiman, peace be upon him, once said that he had seen a man who worshipped all night, yet his prayers were not accepted as quickly as the prayers of a cat. Despite being a predator, Islam grants a special status to cats. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, forbade harming or killing cats. Once, when Hazrat Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, was praying, a dish of food was brought to her. Since she was praying, she gestured with her finger to place the food down. A cat came and ate from the dish. After finishing her prayer, she ate from the same spot and said, "The Prophet, peace be upon him, said that cats are not impure. Rather, they are creatures that freely come and go in homes." One of the closest companions of the Prophet, Abu Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him, was named so because of his love for cats. His real name was not Abu Huraira. However, since he cared for cats so much, he was given this name, which means father of the cats. It is believed that a cat does not enter your home without reason. It either absorbs negativity and misfortune or brings blessings. If you treat a cat well, its prayers can change your destiny overnight. How to give charity to cats. You can give cats food as charity. This can be small pieces of chicken or cooked meat. Cats especially love chicken, so even offering a small piece will count as charity. You can also collect chicken scraps from a butcher and leave them in an area where stray cats roam. If a cat visits your home, offering it food will also count as charity. The third creature, the black ant or insects living in the ground. The third creature you should give charity to neither flies in the air nor walks openly on the earth, but instead stays connected to the ground, such as black ants. Once, Prophet Suleiman, peace be upon him, was sitting by the sea when he noticed an ant carrying a grain of food toward the water. When it reached the shore, a frog emerged from the water, opened its mouth, and allowed the ant to climb onto its tongue. The frog then submerged itself in the water. After a while, the frog resurfaced, opened its mouth again, and the ant came out, but this time without the grain. Prophet Suleiman, peace be upon him, asked the ant about this strange event. The ant explained, "Deep beneath the ocean, under 7 layers of water, there is a hollow rock. Inside that rock, Allah has created a tiny creature. Since it cannot leave the rock, Allah has appointed me to deliver its sustenance. I take a grain of food, and the frog helps me reach the bottom of the ocean so I can feed it." Final thoughts. Choosing to spend more time alone in your later years isn't a sign of loneliness. It's a sign of wisdom. It means you've reached a level of self-awareness and emotional strength that allows you to value peace, prioritize meaningful relationships, continue learning, and fully accept yourself. While some people may misunderstand your preference for solitude, you know that your alone time is not empty. It's filled with purpose, reflection, and personal growth. Not everyone reaches this stage of life with the same level of understanding. Some people still chase distractions, fearing silence and their own thoughts. But if you find joy in your own company, if you can sit alone and feel content, then you have unlocked one of the greatest gifts of aging, the ability to be truly at peace with yourself. What stood out to you the most? Which of these insights do you see in yourself? We'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.